Alright guys, here we go. Night of Champions. WWE Night of Champions. Um, Pay-per-view has given me a lot to talk about, but I wouldn't suggest ordering it, because the pay-per-view itself kind of sucked balls, as far as I'm concerned. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Ziggler and Kofi. Ziggler and Kofi always put on a good match. It's been happening on again, off again for the past couple of months. Kofi Kingston's amazing, high-flying, all that kind of stuff. Dolph Ziggler's solid in the ring, good, technical, definitely safe to say he'll be a champion one day. Like, I mean a big champion. He's already Intercontinental Champion. He could be World Champion one day, for sure. He needs something else. He's got, like one of the commentators said last night, he's got the Billy Gunn thing. All the tools in the world. He just needs to pick up something else just to get him the rest of the way there. Unfortunately, they have him partnered up with Vicky Guerrero right now, which is bringing him down like a lead balloon. The Vicky Guerrero story is old. It happened with Edge, it happened with Big Show. Now it's happening with Dolph, and everybody out there that wants to cheer for him can't because he's with Vicky. He still has the belt. Vicky cheated. Blah, blah, blah. The match is over. Now, it brings me to Big Show and Punk. Big Show and Punk shouldn't have happened on this pay-per-view. This is a pay-per-view for championship matches. Neither one of them has a belt. Pointless, first of all. Second of all, Straight Edge Society is basically disintegrated. Sereno left, the other two kind of wandered off. So three of them couldn't beat the Big Show. Why do we think one of them would? Couple minutes into the match, CM Punk's already getting ragdolled, and he gets knocked out and basically ends up looking like a tool, which is sad, because if they got him off the SES thing, if we got him off the straight edge thing and being a dick and being the governor general of the WWE, he is actually an amazing wrestler, which sucked. So no title, one-sided match, Straight Edge Society's not there. Pointless waste of pay-per-view airtime. Daniel Bryan and The Miz. Here is where I'm going to get a lot of heat on this video. I'm pretty damn sure. I did not see Daniel Bryan at all before he came to the WWE. Apparently he was already a pretty big thing, but I don't know, because I didn't see it. I like the guy. He's got little or no character or charisma, but he's amazing to watch in the ring. Amazingly technical. And here's where the heat comes in. I like him because he reminds me of Chris Benoit, and that's not a bad thing. That being said, The Miz is friggin' amazing. The Miz, another blogger that I listen to quite often, the Mark P, who's quite popular, and actually has friended me on this account, which is awesome, so thanks, Mark. He said it a while ago, there is nobody more frighteningly over than The Miz right now, other than possibly Randy Orton. And he's out there with Alex Riley. Alex Riley's a riot, I'm pretty damn sure. He's like a mini Miz, and if The Miz ever goes back into tag team wrestling again, I really hope it's with Alex Riley, because I think those guys in the tag team division, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, would be amazing. Bryan won the match, which was a big, Cinderella story, feel-good story, but it falls into something that that WWE is doing a lot too often, and that's giving brand new guys titles. I don't get why they do it. There's easier ways to get new guys over than handing them a belt that they really haven't done anything in the WWE to deserve a belt yet. That and The Miz as a champion was great. He had, the belt in one hand, the case in the other hand. Everything to brag about and nothing to lose, sort of like a young Chris Jericho, which was a lot of fun. And I figured if they took the belt off him, he was finally going to cash in the Money in the Bank case, which he didn't. They made him cry at the end of his match because he lost to Daniel Bryan. So they kind of gave this guy who's on this meteoric rise up a big shot in the balls tonight. Kind of pisses me off, but it was a great match. Daniel Bryan's amazing technical wrestler. Like I say, a little mini Benoit, and Miz, as much as he's, the flash and bravado, he can get it done in the ring too. Alex Riley, he's new. He'll follow sort of in the Miz's footsteps. I'm damn sure of it, and I'm pretty sure when it does happen, it'll be entertaining as well. Michelle McCool and Melina to unify the Diva tag team, or the Diva titles, because we don't need two. So this is an example of where WWE takes one mini step forward and 55 steps back. We don't need two women's titles, so unifying them was an amazing idea. But we don't have a believable Divas belt in the WWE. We don't have any believable Divas in the WWE, to be perfectly honest with you, with the possible exception of maybe Melina. Go back to the days of Trish Stratus and Lita and Gail Kim before she started jobbing out to these Barbie dolls. Then we'll have something to talk about. But there is no women's division in the WWE. I mean, half the women that came down to be lumberjacks in this match, the announcers themselves were saying, oh my god, does she still work here? Does she still work here? They don't spend any time on the Divas division. But at least narrowing it down to one belt made a bit of sense. Now, because of Lay Cool, you've got one belt that's broken in half. And you've got the Divas belt, which is a joke, because it's a fucking purple butterfly on a belt. More Lay Cool bullshit. They now co-hold the unified women's title, so now we get to see them on both shows. Yay. I got nothing. Bring in the girls from TNA and they'll smoke anything that WWE has right now, like I say, with the possible exception of Melina and Gail Kim if she gets her head out of her ass and actually starts wrestling decent again. Taker and Kane, no holds barred for the World Heavyweight title. This insulted me on a lot of levels. Neither one of them should have the world title belt anymore. Taker doesn't need it and Kane shouldn't have it. I've talked about my list before, the I don't give a crap and I never will list. You know, Finlay, JBL, Kane's definitely on the list as well. He should not have a title. Yeah, well, he does good monologues and he's great on the stick. That doesn't help him put on a good match. Kane, they're trying to push again, which is painful. Undertaker is jobbing out for that to happen. He wandered around this thing like an old man. And partially, okay, Undertaker's no spring chicken, but he's not as old as he looked in this match, trying to sell the whole, oh my god, he was in a coma, he was in a vegetative state, da 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 da. So he jobbed out to Kane, which I don't even know. I'm at a loss for words. I'm at a loss for words for a lot of the stuff that happened in this pay-per-view, but that's definitely one of them. Tag team title match. I really don't want to seem like I'm plugging TNA here, but WWE has no Divas division, and they definitely do not have a tag team division. The only good thing they have as far as tag teams go right now is the Hart Dynasty. So of course they fuck it up and hand the belts to somebody else. Again, like the women's division, they finally took two titles, made them into one title. Made the new WWE tag team belts with the Spartan Warrior type design belts, which a lot of people don't like, but I think are pretty cool. And you know, they suited the Hart Dynasty quite well. Now, they didn't announce the competitors for this match because I don't think they really knew where they wanted any storyline to go, because there's really no tag team division. So they made a tag team turmoil match with the Hart Dynasty. Fine, they're the champions. The Usos are the newest official tag team in the WWE. That made sense. And then after that, they just started throwing random ass people together. Santino and Vladimir Kozlov. You know, this isn't a matchup of partners that's going to be any good. This is just, oh my god, look, it's an odd couple. It's funny. It'll be entertaining to watch. Santino Marella's an idiot. He came in strong, and now he's limping along and taking Vladimir Kozlov with him. Evan Bourne and Mark Henry. Evan Bourne's amazing. And all of you know I'm a mark for the High Flyers, but this guy truly is amazing. And partnering him up with Mark Henry, yeah, they could be a decent team, but Mark Henry's never going to be a main eventer. As much as I would like to see it, it's not going to happen. So they were filler. And the brand new unified tag team champions are dashing Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, both of whom drive me absolutely nuts. Which is kind of ironic because a couple months ago I would have sat here and basically been a mark for Cody Rhodes when he was in Priceless with Ted DiBiase. So, you know, as far as people who have tag team experience and just we'll mash them together because we think it'll make a good chaotic match, Didn't make much sense at all. I don't know. Like I said, we've got the belts. We brought them back together. One step forward, 25 steps back with a match that made no sense. We have tag teams. We do. We had Crime Time, and we got rid of them twice. We've got the Dude Busters, who are kind of annoying, but at least they're a real team. We've got Vance Archer and Kurt Hawkins, who are an amazing team. I don't know. We're wasting talent in WWE because they don't have a big enough roster to have a interesting singles division, and they're trying to have a tag team division and failing, and that's all I got. The six-pack challenge was also dumb. Like I say, I warned you in advance, I did not like this pay-per-view much at all. Six-pack match for the WWE title is about 4 too many, especially when 2 of them are newbies. Wade Barrett has done nothing to deserve a title shot, other than the fact that that's what the storyline was on NXT. Nexus is annoying as shit. Sheamus kind of had to be there because he has the belt at the time, but he doesn't deserve to be in the main event either. Mainly, who I wanted to see in this match was Randy Orton and Edge, and thank God they gave the belt to Orton, because Orton and Edge were the only ones that did any good work in this match. Jericho was out in 2 minutes. Now, I don't exactly like Jericho, but that's a shot in the balls. They paused the match when he was eliminated 2 minutes in. He looked like he was going to cry. It was a repeat of what Miz had done earlier in the night when he lost to Daniel Bryan. So not only do you have this amazing guy that's out in 2 minutes, but you've got this amazing guy that's outlasted by 2 newbies. And John Cena, who belongs in the main event, but I don't want to see him with the belt anymore. He's had it like 100 million times, and he's going to be the next Triple H. Sheamus, you knew, wouldn't hold on to the belt very long, because eventually we're going to see him fight Triple H if Triple H ever decides to come back. One question, you got all these amazing people and semi-amazing people in the WWE. Where was John Morrison in this pay-per-view? He could have done something. I don't care what. The fact that he wasn't in this was just wrong. John Morrison needs some gold, and I don't anticipate anything good happening in the WWE in the near future, because they've only got 2 weeks to set up for their next pay-per-view. So whether it's Rogers or Viewer's Choice or WWE, or somebody just didn't buy a calendar this month, bad planning. I guess I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. I'm Spaz. Subscribe button's up there.